have seen what Tunisian crochet can make, let's see what sort of hooks do we need. Because other than hooks, it is the regular yarn, scissors, wool needles, and most importantly stitch markers that we need to do Tunisian crochet. So the hook that we need for Tunisian is something that looks like this. This is a standard Tunisian crochet hook, which is a fixed one. It looks like this and it has no thumb rest. Unlike the regular crochet hooks which have a thumb rest, this one has no thumb rest. It looks quite like the knitting needles, and it will have a stopper at the end. The regular crochet hook head here and the stopper at the end. So this stopper also marks the size of the hook. Other than this fixed hook, we also can manage with smaller regular hooks which we use for crochet. These hooks have thumb rest, but usually when I have tried with it, they don't hamper the process. We can still do Tunisian crochet, but your project needs to be really small, like this small, if you have to use this needle, this hook. And if you are using this hook, then you can make up to this one, because you need a little play on either ends. So you can use either of these. This is usually available at home. Everybody who crochets will have the regular crochet hook, and remember, it must not be ergonomic. So these are also regular crochet hooks, but these are of no use to do Tunisian crochet. Nothing that has a handle at the back is going to be useful. So please don't use these. If you have these regular ones, you can try with them, and I'm quite sure you're going to like doing Tunisian crochet. So once you like it and you want to invest in it, you can start buying these hooks. These are specially meant for Tunisian, and they are called the interchangeable hooks. So how do we use these hooks is, these hooks come along with, they don't actually come along with, but you have to buy separately a packet like this, which includes a cord. This is the cord. Then there is a stopper like this, and then there is a tightening needle like this. So these three things come in a separate pack. Why do they come in a separate pack is, if you can notice here, I think it's not very clear, but there's a sticker here which says 40 centimeters. So that's the length of this cord. Depending on how big the project is, you can attach a cord and the stitches can be loaded onto it. So let's see, how do we assemble this? So you take the cord and you attach it to one end of the hook. The other end, of course, has the head, and then to the other end of the cord you can attach the stopper. Alright, so once we've done that, we need to ensure that we tighten it. This is because otherwise, if this opens, then your project goes for a toss and all the stitches will fall off. I will also show you why and how the stitches could fall off, because they are loaded onto this hook. So unlike the regular crochet where we usually have only one loop on the hook most of the time, here we are going to have, during the front pass, we are going to have all the loops on the cord and the hook. In the return pass, we remove them from the hook and the cord, and that's how the design is formed. Alright, so now that we know about the hooks, let's see what else do we need to know. So usually in whatever yarn that you're using, if your yarn recommends a size 3.25, for example, when I use this cotton, I use a hook of 3.25 or 3.5. In fact, I use a 3.5, but for this yarn you can also use a 3.25, but due to my stitch tension I use a 3.5. So here let me show you what I have done, and that's a standard practice. Whatever I have done here is a standard practice. We have to use at least 1.5 hook sizes above the regular hook size. So here I have made a few samples. You can see this is a hook of 4.5 4.5 mm hook. Let me just reduce the glare a bit. Yeah, I think this is better. So this is a 4.5 mm hook, and this is how the edges are going to curl up. So once you've made the project, this is how the edges are going to curl up. Here I have used a 4 mm hook. That's a 4 mm hook, and see, the edges have curled up. It looks like this. Okay, so we've seen what a 4 can do. We have a standard of 3.5. Here I have made with 4, which is just half size above, but still the edges have curled up like this. This I have used a 4.5, which is a whole one size above, yet the sides have curled up this way, and that's why for this yarn I'm going to use a size 5. I actually used this hook only, and I didn't use a Tunisian one, just to show. So I have used here a 5 size hook, and look at how beautifully the edges are sitting. And I have not even blocked this. This is as is. The moment I made it, I left it. So I have not even blocked it. I have done nothing to it, and this is how it's lying. So this is a size 5 hook, whereas the standard was a 3.5 that I need for this yarn. Look at what 4.5 and 4 have done. So please ensure that you use at least 1 or 1.5. If you're comfortable, even 2 sizes above works very well. So if you're just beginning with Tunisian crochet, please try making samples like this, and you will know which hook is best for you. I have figured for myself that if I'm using a 3.5, generally 5 works well for me.